You think you know a serial killer when you see one, right? The shifty eyes, the dark trench coat, the general, "I'm planning something evil" vibe? Psych. Number 1. Most serial killers don't look creepy at all. They're your neighbors, your coworkers, even the guy who volunteers at the local animal shelter. They're so good at appearing normal that they can hide in plain sight for years. Pretty wild, huh? So, maybe don't judge a book by its cover, but also maybe don't accept suspiciously good deals from your too friendly neighbor. Just saying. Gotcha! Bet you thought this was another scary serial killer video. Well, here's a plot twist for you. Number 2, serial killers are statistically rare. Like, really rare. You are far more likely to be harmed by someone you know than by a total stranger. So, maybe be a little more suspicious of your roommate who never does the dishes, and a little less of the guy in the hoodie at the bus stop. Number 3. Serial killers don't always kill frequently. Some have what are called cooling off periods. Think of it like a really, really long intermission between shows. We're talking years, or even decades between murders. Can you imagine being that bad at finishing a hobby? During this time, they often appear completely normal, maybe even become upstanding members of the community. Real, patient gamer energy. So, the next time you say, "It's been quiet around here," maybe, don't jinx it. Stay safe, widows. Hate your 9 to 5. Yeah, me too. The endless meetings, the soul-crushing spreadsheets, just waiting for the day you snap. Number 4. Many serial killers hold steady jobs. Teachers, truck drivers, doctors, police officers. Authority jobs aren't uncommon. It's the perfect cover for a double life. Maintaining a job requires discipline, organization, and the ability to compartmentalize. All traits that can be handy for other, more nefarious hobbies. Or the next time you're stuck in a boring meeting, just remember the person next to you to be planning something much more interesting. Stay weird. You know that feeling when you match with the perfect guy on a dating app? Charming, normal, maybe a little too good to be true. Well, here's a chilling thought to ruin your swiping. Number 5. Most serial killers knew their victims. A random stranger in a dark alley trope is actually pretty rare. In most cases, the killer had a prior relationship with their victim. They might have been an acquaintance, a co-worker, or even part of the same social circle, making the crime easier to conceal. But next time you get that perfect match, maybe do a little more than just a surface-level scroll. Just a thought. You know what they say about serial killers? They all had terrible childhoods. Well, get ready to have your mind blown. Number 6. Many serial killers had traumatic childhoods. Shocking, right? But here's the plot twist that no one wants to talk about. Millions of people experience trauma and abuse, and they don't grow up to be serial killers. Crazy, I know. So what's the difference? Well, if I knew that, I'd be a rich psychologist, not a guy making videos in his basement. For stop pathologizing your bad day. You're probably fine. Probably. You think you know serial killers? What if I told you they're little monsters? Are your coworkers? Myth number 7. All psychopaths are serial killers. In fact, most psychopaths never kill anyone. They're more likely to be in the boardroom than in a horror movie. Psychopathy is a personality disorder. Serial killing is a choice. They can overlap, but one doesn't guarantee the other. So, next time you're in a meeting, just take a second look around. Stay safe out there. Number 8. Some serial killers are married with kids. That's right. Behind the white picket fence and the family barbecues, some of the most infamous killers were hiding in plain sight. Their families often had zero suspicion. To them, he was just Dad or Honey, the guy who took out the trash and mowed the lawn. It's a chilling reminder that monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they look like the guy who waves at you from across the street. Or the next time you're at a neighborhood block party, maybe just check if your neighbor's BBQ is too good. I'm just saying, what's your creepiest neighbor story? Let know below. You know that feeling where you can't let something go? You did it 5 minutes ago, but you're still thinking about it? Well, for some people, that feeling is a lot more extreme. Number 9. Serial killers often revisit crime scenes. Sometimes it's to relive the experience, to bask in the thrill and feel that sense of power all over again. Other times it's to relive the experience, to bask in the thrill and feel that sense of power all over again. Oh, but next time you pass a place that gets you the creeps, maybe keep walking. What other facts do you know? Let me know. Ever have one of those days where you're just bored? Or you've literally done everything there is to do? Well, number 10. Some serial killers turn themselves in on purpose. For some, thrill is gone. They literally run out of hobbies, and turning themselves in is the only excitement left on the calendar. Others crave their moment in the spotlight. No red carpet, no problem. A perp walk will do just fine for their ego. And then there are the nervous Nells. They convince themselves the cops are already at the door, so they beat them to the punch. Talk about preemptive surrender, though the next time you're bored, maybe just pick up a book. Trust me, it's a better hobby. Thanks for watching. Number 11. Not all serial killers enjoy killing. Some describe it more as a compulsion, like an itch you can't scratch for that one song you can't get out of your head. You know the one. Except instead of Despacito, it's, well, you get the idea. For them, it's more of a psychological chore, a twisted to-do list item that they feel they have to complete rather than something they look forward to. Crazy, right? What other facts should we cover? Let us know if you dare. Ever had one of those days at work where you just lose something important? Number 12. The FBI once lost track of active serial killers. Estimates fluctuate because their patterns are incredibly hard to link across different states and jurisdictions. It's like trying to solve a puzzle where half the pieces are missing, and the other half are from a different game. So the next time you misplace your keys, just remember, at least you're not the FBI. Ever fear like you're the only one in the world? Like your inner world is just the vast, empty void? Yeah, me too. Number 13. Serial killers can experience depression and loneliness. Contrary to the charismatic monsters in movies, their internal world is often emptier and quieter than we can imagine. This profound sense of emptiness and isolation is a key psychological factor, not the glamorous darkness we see on screen. Stark reminder that the reality is far more tragic and complex than any fiction. You ever get so bad you could just scream? Yeah, me too, but here's a weird flex from the world's worst people. Serial killers don't usually kill during emotional outbursts. In fact, their cries are often meticulously planned. It's not a cry of passion, it's a project. A sick, twisted hobby. They often report feeling a sense of detachment, like they're observing the world from outside their own body, just watching. So, the next time you're viewing over the parking spot, just remember, at least you're not out here planning a whole project. Pitfall for more. Number 15. There are fewer serial killers today than in the 1970s, 80s. Though, not the crunchy kind. Though, let's be honest, sugar cereals from that era were pretty criminal. First up, technology. Back then it was all about police sketches and payphones. Now there's a camera on every corner, and in your pocket. Better policing and data sharing mean cops aren't just guessing. They can connect the dots faster than a detective show plot twist. But while the world feels scarier with 24-hour news, statistically, you're less likely to encounter a serial killer than your parents were. Comforting,